Hello and welcome to our presentation on mastering and delivering customized, personalised content. My name is Sue Mills, I'm from Sassy Marketing, and I thought we might spend a little bit of time with you today on just what constitutes customised, personalised content. So why is content important? Educating potential users is an effective approach to build your reputation and position yourself as an expert in your field. Doing this through relevant and actionable content is one way to show you're looking after your clients' interests, but providing customized, personalized content isn't only good for branding purposes, it can also translate into higher revenues for you as well. So what should you have in place in order to deliver your customized content? So whether you're a B2B or B2C or both, it pays to have a robust content marketing program in place. Be sure that you've identified your target audience, segments, and mapped out your sales funnels. Knowing what content appeals to different segments and what topics resonate with audiences at various points in the buying cycle are what the building blocks of a workable content marketing plan is. So make sure that you've mapped that out. So whether you're a B2B or B2C, you're going to be looking at 5 different elements of quality content. The problem with quality is that it is subjective. Quality shoes, quality car, quality laptop, and so on, that makes quality content subjective. People have just so many ideas what quality sometimes is to them as well. So just as content marketers have 1,000 thoughts of what makes content quality, and if I had $1 for every article that tried to teach me what quality content is, I would have roughly $82 million, because that's exactly what the number of results were when I tried to look it up on Google. So forget the results. Here's what quality content is for me. So not necessarily as a marketer or somebody who's paid to do SEO, but I'm looking at it from the end user's perspective. So these really are the non-negotiables. Number 1, be original. So when I say quality content means original content, it doesn't mean it has to be something that has never been thought of before, like the wheel or the Pokemon Go app. It means it has to be in a voice that says you may have heard or thought of this before, but I'm saying this again with a few extra nuggets of helpful wisdom. So your content may have been inspired by a book or an article, something you're currently working on, maybe an actual experience you're having with a client, combination of all of them. It doesn't matter, but it is still original when your objective is to convey your own message and you do it in good faith. Number 2, put your focus on the clients. Never do the hard sell when making a blog post or an article. The bottom line is to get somebody to buy your product or service, yes, but that's further down the funnel. The purpose of the article or the blog post is just to create awareness, to stir curiosity, to generate interest, to hype something, and you do that by focusing on the reader, your potential client. When I'm reading something, I always ask myself, what's in it for me? Why am I spending precious time reading this? Will I get something of use from this article or blog post? The answer is no. Then there's no use reading it. And at the end of the day, the article or blog should at least make a connection with the reader, something that was not present before he or she read it. Once you've succeeded in creating some semblance of relationship with your reader through your material, then you can sell your product, and not before. So provide links to your merchandise or service at the bottom should the reader feel that you've won them over throughout the course of your content. Number 3, inform and inspire. So why do you go to Google or to any search engine for that matter? It's to get an answer, right? So sometimes you don't even have a question in mind. You just go there because there's a thirst that needs quenching. Maybe you need some new information. Maybe you need inspiration. Whatever it is, you're looking for an answer. It's the same when you find yourself reading an article or a blog post or listening to a podcast, watching a video. You want to know more than what you did before you spend precious time on that piece of material. Ultimately, that's the question you ask yourself when you publish your work. Will my reader come out better informed than when they first stumble upon this content? Did I answer the question in their mind? If you believe you are able to inform somebody, good. If you were able to inspire them, even better. Number 4, be engaging. When you are writing a blog or making a video as a form of content marketing, you're not only simply expressing yourself, you're communicating. Now, don't get confused between the two. Expression is one-way street. One does not need feedback. Communication is a two-way thoroughfare where reaction is expected because communication requires feedback. It's important that the material engages the target audience. When I say engage, I mean it has to affect the reader in such a way that it convinces them to take an action or to have a reaction. One way to make sure this happens is through a catchy headline. It's popular knowledge that most people decide whether to continue reading an article or not merely by its headline. In other words, your headline makes or breaks it for you. Another way to engage your audience is simply by framing your ideas in a thought-provoking manner. But you can do even better. Research shows that people react more easily to visual stimuli, so add images or videos to your content. If your blog is full of numbers and statistics, add infographics, charts, graphs. Make sure they're shareable too. Your goal is to make it aesthetically pleasing as possible. Aside from some mad writing, this is a sure way to engage your target audience. Number 5, make it easy. Quality content has to be easily understood in a way that even the audience who have no idea about technical stuff will be able to grasp the concept that you're talking about. In other words, speak in the language of the reader. Avoid the jargon. Instead of helping, it will just create more problems for the reader. Quality content is easily understood when there's no grammatical or spelling errors. It has to be coherent. There is order in the way that it's written. It's not jumping from one topic to another without a proper transition. Quality content is easily understood when it's factual. Claims should be supported by facts or figures and from legitimate sources. Lastly, use the right font and the font size. A number of words can also contribute to an article being easily understood and ultimately being classified as quality content. One may take it for granted, but ask anybody if he's ever going to read an article written using Algerian font size 10, or if he's going to sit down and read a marketing blog with 15,000 words. No. For your material to be easily understood, settle with basic simple fonts like Arial or Calibri. Don't go with smaller font size than 12 and no bigger than font size 16. Based on experience, a good article is 800 to 1200 words long, 1500 tops when the topic is particularly interesting. Bottom line is, it should be easily understood and not sleep-inducing. So if you want to know more, please feel free to download my ebook here. Sometimes the kind of content that you publish, it's all the difference between a thumbs up and a thumbs down from the prospective customer. So making poor content will make you invisible. Make good quality content, maybe further down the line, you have somebody dropping into your sales funnel. Maybe a reader will even remember that they benefited or learned something from the content that you published, decide to do business with you that way. So if you'd like to know more about that and sales funnels and how you could potentially woo your clients about your business, then feel free The ebook is free. Download it anytime you like. It'll navigate you through the logical process of how to add value and become trusted by your prospective clients, improving your revenue streams and increasing your clients' ability to know, like, and trust you. Thank you very much.